Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube Harvey, and well, why am I wearing the devil horns? Because I don't have mouse ears. But, you know, are they really that different? Are they really that different? I have to re-record this. I had a take earlier from my live stream, and it just didn't turn out, so I didn't want to go in and edit it. Just gonna do another article read. I think I remember what I said. Hopefully. Abigail Disney said distressed workers told her about foraging for food in other people's garbage. Now, of course, this is the headline here, which I didn't scroll out. You know, I'm not going to do another take. Screw it. We're doing it live for a second take. I don't know. Disney heiress livid after going to one of her family's theme parks undercover. You know what? I believe it. Because here's the thing. We all know how overpriced Disney is. We all know how horrible of a company Disney can be. Like, in my opinion of Disney is that they've always, as far as I've been alive anyway, been, who the hell is this? I don't want to see your conversation. Go away. Pop-ups on articles. I hate it. Pop-ups on articles. Disney, in my opinion, has always been this, a sort of evil corporation anyway, that they prey on your nostalgia. They market to children, much like McDonald's or Joe Camel. You know, they target little kids to get you addicted to the brand, and then they just kind of keep recycling the same garbage over and over again. At least ever since probably I was a kid. You know, probably when I was like 10 years old, when around that time when Little Mermaid came out. There's Little Mermaid news coming up later too. I will be doing a video on that. This does not shock me. This doesn't shock me. Because I've worked retail. I've worked for giant corporations. I've worked retail where you go into a department store at 5 a.m. with no heat in Las Vegas in summer. And they don't turn the heat on until 10 in the morning. Oh, and another thing, they don't turn the lights on either. Well, they have cleaning lights. But you know what? When your job is to put a sign on something and be able to see the price of something and match the brand to the sale price, yeah, you might need the lights on or some air conditioning if you're running up and down a ladder, or, you know, having the bathroom open before 10 a.m. if you're there at 5 a.m. and not having the store locked so you can't, you know, use a toilet. Just little things like that. So I'm not surprised. Sears. I'm not surprised. Yeah, Macy's isn't any better. Not surprised that Disney treats their employees like garbage and probably doesn't pay them very well either. Not at all. Here's the thing with a lot of these corporations is that, you know, they might give you a reasonable salary or reasonable wage. Are they going to give you hours? Are you going to get 40 hours that week? Are you going to get 40 hours one week and be expected to have a completely open schedule? Like you come in at, you know, midnight one night and then come right back at like noon the next day, you know, so you got 8 hours and then a 3-hour turnaround, 4-hour turnaround to come home, unwind, go to sleep, get something to eat, shower, do it all over. No, they don't care. That's the only reason how you get 40 hours in some of these retail jobs. But what's Disney doing? What is Disney doing? I already know what Disney's doing. For the sake of argument, for the sake of the article, what is Disney doing? So much for the happiest place on earth. The heiress to the Disney fortune recently went to one of its theme parks undercover and says the visit made her livid. Well, I would be too. I mean, I was never rich enough to go to Disneyland. Holy crap. Abigail Disney told the Yahoo News show through her eyes that a worker sent her a Facebook message expressing, go, I don't need Facebook's stock statistics, thank you. How tragic being employed at the Magic Kingdom has become. So she went to Disneyland to see for herself. Every single one of these people I talked to were saying, I don't know how I can maintain this face of joy and warmth when I have to go home and forage for food. Shorts, don't stick to chairs. Short, it's like a 500 degrees out. Maybe 97 today. So yeah, shorts sticking to my chair. I should probably put a towel under me. Every single one of these people I talked to were saying, I don't know how I can maintain this face of joy and warmth when I have to go home and forage for food in other people's garbage. Disney, 59, told Yahoo News host and human rights activist, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that name, in an interview posted Monday. That is so sad, and I'm not surprised. A company that wants to charge us, $200 for a broken lightsaber? and then insult us to our face and go around calling us man babies and basement dwelling cousin humpers. Am I really, really shocked that they aren't paying these people enough to live? You know, and sure, they might get a reasonable wage, but are they getting the hours? Are they getting the opportunities? Are they getting the college programs? Because I know, I've read this article. I know that they have a college program set in place. How many of these people are actually getting it? Is it just for everybody? I want to know. Because a lot of these companies do this little thing where they'll promise you, oh yes, we have this and this and this and this, and then you never qualify for it because you're on a permanent temporary employment contract, or you're on a permanent part-time employment contract, and you don't qualify for benefits. They'll give you full-time hours, but you'll be a part-time employee. That's another one of these loopholes that these companies like to pull on people. So I'm just speculating here. I'm just telling you what kind of garbage goes on in retail, where, yeah, you might get 40 hours one week, but then you'll get knocked down to 12 the next. Or a lot of the time, oh, well, we'll give you, well, can you stay? Can you stay? I gotta go home. I got an appointment. I got things to do. Oh, but also you just don't want hours, so we won't give you any ever. We will never, ever schedule you for any. Yeah, how about schedule me for them in the first place so I know in advance instead of like 10 minutes before I have to leave. If I know I have to now buy something to eat, which is more expensive than making something myself. Mall food court prices, not cheap. And is that the same thing in Disneyland too? Are the Disneyland food prices, like if they do say, hey, stay extra couple hours, who would be able to afford it? $12 for a kid's meal at the Star Wars part of the theme park, right? And it's like, really, because little kids love shrimp and soba noodles, right? They really, really love stuff like that. They love snooty food. I didn't find anything on that menu I wanted to eat. And I've done a video on that too. for the Star Warsy theme parky part. Galaxy's Edge, thank you. Brain, happy 420. So this stuff is no surprise to me. This is no surprise to me. And yes, so she goes on to say that you know, that Bob Iger, that she's emailed Bob Iger about her concerns, telling him he's a great CEO by any measure, perhaps even the greatest CEO in the country right now, urging him to be known as the guy who led a better place, because this is what you have the power to do. And she said she was referred to the HR department. She's a Disney heiress, and she can't even get a line in with Bob Iger. Wow. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. See, a 2018 conducted on behalf of a group of unions found that nearly 3/4 of full-time and part-time employees said they didn't earn enough money working at Disneyland. See, part-time, that's what I said. They probably have a lot of part-timers that aren't getting the hours to actually make a difference. They're not earning enough money at Disneyland Resort to pay for basic expenses each month. More than half were worried about being evicted, and about 1/10 reported being homeless in the previous 2 years. That's disgusting, Disney. You don't need any more bad press with the little kid Ollie, the Twitter handle, and I've done a few videos covering that. There is some good news that it has about 750,000 signatures to get little Ollie his tombstone with Spider-Man on it. But Disney, between this and the throwdown at Toontown and little Ollie, all these things are piling up. Maybe you're not that great of a company anymore. Maybe a lot of people are just losing faith in you. Maybe that's part of it. That's part of it. Disney is the granddaughter of Roy Disney, who co-founded the Walt Disney Company with brother Walt Disney. She does not have an active role in the company, but she said her grandfather would not approve of the current working conditions at the parks he helped create. She added that these people are much of the recipe for success. When my grandfather worked there, he hired people there to have a job for life, right? And I assume living wages, so they wouldn't have to work 2 and 3 jobs just to pay rent. But this is Disney now. This is Disney now. This is retail 101. This is theme parks retail. All business establishments, unless you happen to luck into some sort of job where, and you know, YouTube sucks, but it's better than going to work at Sears or Macy's at 5 a.m. with no air conditioner in the summer in Las Vegas. So yeah, YouTube with the little rules and regulations, and I can show up in whatever condition I want as long as I'm pretty well covered, see-through tops aside. Yeah, it's still better than working these type of jobs. And this pisses me off. Doesn't this piss you guys off? This makes me so mad. For anybody who has to work and live like this. For any of us. This isn't the first time Abigail Disney has criticized how the Mickey Mouse Company and its CEO Bob Iger are treating its lowest paid employees. The Walt Disney Company employs more than 200,000 people worldwide. In April, she said that Iger's $65 million pay package is insane. At a Fast Company Impact Council discussion of human capitalism, noting his compensation is 1,424 times that of the median Disney employee. She also told CNBC that Jesus Christ himself isn't worth 500 times his median worker's pay. Right? Isn't that the case? Isn't that true? Because these CEOs don't understand what it's like to only have in the bank what you have for rent, or not even have it. Like, gee, hopefully I get paid in a couple of days so I can pay rent. They don't understand that. They will never have that in the back of their head. They will never understand seeing people coming to their theme park and knowing damn well that if you didn't get a free pass, you would never be able to afford to get in. They don't understand that. They don't understand. Because they treat us, and look how Star Wars treats us. We're just a bunch of cousin humping basement dwelling man babies to them. We're toxic. We're the toxic fans. And I know I look ridiculous with the horns on my head, but I think it helps. I think it adds for effect here with Disney. It's just disgusting. And we knew that they do this. It's one of these things that I know happens in every sort of retail theme park. Any corporation, that your lowest level employees are going to be crapped on because they can, because you're replaceable, because anybody will do the job, because you're lucky to have I had somebody tell me at Sears once, a boss, you're lucky to have a job. Really I'm lucky to have a job where you lock the bathrooms from 5 a.m. to 10. Yeah, I'm lucky, so lucky to be rid of it. Right? To be rid of it. A tenth of them were homeless. I wonder how many of these people, probably most of them that they surveyed, these 73%, I wonder how many of them have to take food stamps while they're working. I've known plenty of people who have had to take food stamps while working jobs because they can't get another job at the same time, because you have to have open availability to keep the one you have. So if you work retail at one store, you can't work in another store that sells retail, that is a retail establishment according to the one rules of the other, right? You can't compete. You shouldn't be competing. It's like, well, pay me a decent wage and maybe I won't. Give me more than 15 hours or 12 hours a week. And maybe I wouldn't work another job. How about that? Disney, whose own net worth is $120 million, joined a group of 19 ultra-wealthy Americans, including George Soros, who signed an open letter to the 2020 presidential candidate last month, calling for a moderate wealth tax on the richest 1% to help reduce inequality. Yeah, you know what else would help? Legalizing marijuana. Just gonna say it. And a lot of people would probably take their stick up out of their ass so we could all relax and get along. Oh my God, people. I go off on tangents. This is about as political as a video as I'm going to get, because I'm one of those people. I can do retail videos if I really wanted to. I could do those. But there's a lot of great channels out there who do it. She recently told The Cut that she has donated $70 million to charity over the past 30 years. Because really, how much money do you need? How much money do you really need? If I were somebody who earned millions and millions, thank you so much for subscribing, George Q. If I were somebody who earned millions and millions and millions, yes, you donate money to charity. Yes, tax me, because there's just more money than I need, right? That's the thing. The Walt Disney Company responded in an email statement to Market Watch, of course they did, that the company offers a starting minimum wage of $15 an hour. How many hours, bitch? How many hours, Disney? Yeah, I'm calling you a bitch, Disney. How many hours are you giving those employees, right? And in Anaheim, about $15 an hour. How much does that actually cost? Because somebody in my chat, when I recorded an earlier version of this, when I was live, said that it's about $1,500 a month for an apartment in Los Angeles, which isn't a whole lot more than what it is in Colorado. as well as free education opportunities. So yeah, so this tells me that yes, they have to qualify for them. They have to be on some sort of employee path to get these things, right? And healthcare benefits for hourly workers starting at $6 a week. I guarantee you that $6 a week isn't going to cover it. That's just going to keep you from getting taxed, probably, or the tax thing of not having health insurance, which you can get around by saying it's not affordable for the level of coverage that you need, but or at least you could in the past. But that don't listen to tax advice from Mecha. Don't listen. Our Disney Aspire initiative is the most comprehensive employee education program in the country, covering 100% of tuition costs, books, and fees for our hourly workers, so our hourly workers can pursue a higher education free of charge and graduate free of debt. Yeah, who qualifies for this? I wonder. Tell me what you guys think. And maybe I'll do a follow-up on this. Maybe I'll do a little more research and see who actually qualifies for this. If just any employee, like whoever working at, a retail shop at Disney, for example, would they qualify for this? Because if that's the case, then I think everybody on the planet would take college courses and do their time working at the cult of Disney. Just saying. So clearly to me, I don't think every single worker is probably offered this opportunity. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Or tell me if it's just somebody who kisses the right ass, or sucks the right dick, or says the right things. Because if you don't say the right thing, you will never have opportunity for advancement. You have to go in and say, gee, I love getting 12 hours a week. I really love it. Can I please have some more every single day? And never complain and never say, yeah, actually, I got stuff to do. You needed to schedule me. If you wanted me to stay late, never do that. Kiss all the right asses. Say the right thing. Oh yeah, white men suck. And that's how these companies usually find people who are qualified for their education. I don't know about Disney. I'm just going with my experience and my previous employment history. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. This is a much longer video than I intended because it went a little ranty. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!